c'était des éléments trop gros pour transporter pareil. Donc, il ne nous restait rien d'autre que chercher un transport aérien.
One, two, three, 4, 5. They are all here to mark the 20th anniversary of the first of their kind. The first of a fleet of aircraft which has greatly contributed to the success of Airbus. 20 years of a story that is far from over. Welcome on board the Beluga, or more exactly on board Tango Alpha, the first of the family. It's difficult to talk about the Beluga without mentioning its predecessor, the aircraft that for several years was the solution to Airbus's transport issues, the Super Guppy, the B377. But very quickly, as Airbus began to develop, so did the company need for a larger air transport solution. The Super Guppy headed slowly but surely towards retirement. SATIC, a joint venture between Aerospatiale and Daimler Aerospace, was created to work on a replacement.
Il ne faut pas oublier que c'est un avion qui a eu son premier vol en 1965 et que, bien ma foi, c'est un avion qui, vieillissant, il fallait penser à un moment ou à un autre à son remplacement.
The engineers designing the new cargo aircraft had to be sure that it could keep up with the aircraft manufacturer's growth. So they had to anticipate the future and make sure this new aircraft was capable of carrying parts of Airbus aircraft from programs that would only see the light of day many years later. They had to design, build and get off the ground a totally new aircraft.
The spirit was, we are part of a great thing. We built an aircraft never built before, because when you look to the strengths of the fuselage and so on, there are quite high requirements on stress, for example. And they were all motivated. They brought their power, their intelligence, their creativity into the SATIC company.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the rollout ceremony of the first Airbus Super Transporter.
As usual with Airbus, things moved quickly, even if the challenge was enormous.
C'est un avion très docile, un peu différent d'un Airbus habituel, mais c'est un bon avion, facile à contrôler.
Entry into service at Beluga number 5, the family was complete. And the miles and the missions started to clock up.
Le Beluga par rapport au Super Guppy transporte 2 fois plus de charge, va 2 fois plus vite. Donc les sections que l'on transportait à l'époque sont doublées maintenant. C'est une avancée énorme et heureusement pour nous parce que vu l'augmentation des cadences, le Guppy n'aurait pas pu suivre.
In 1 year, the Belugas spend over 6,000 hours navigating Europe's skies. This represents on average 500 hours a month and more than 60 flights a week between 11 different sites, with a high level of operational reliability. This shows what an important part the Belugas play in the production of Airbus aircraft.
C'est bien d'arriver à 6000, ça veut dire que l'ensemble du dispositif de transport a progressé en même temps que l'avion était là. Le côté extraordinaire de la chose, c'est pas que l'avion les fasse, c'est que le système permette de les faire.
The contribution of a Beluga to the production of an Airbus goes from 8 flight hours for an A320 to more than 40 for an A350. It carries major components for all Airbus programs, such as fuselage sections, wings and tails for Airbus A320 family and A330, along with a growing number of elements for the A350 XWB. This says a lot about the Beluga's ability to keep up with Airbus's production needs. With its cargo hold capable of transporting a payload of up to 47 tons, the Beluga has also performed more unusual missions. After all, when you do your job perfectly at Airbus, you earn the right, from time to time, to explore other horizons. The Belugas are a key element of Airbus's industrial setup and its logistics and transport system. As the company ramps up production to meet a record order backlog, the Beluga fleet activities, as well as its overall pace of operations, will grow accordingly. The team has the objective of reaching 10,000 flight hours a year in 2017. This will be made possible thanks to the opening of integrated loading facilities and overall improvements to the Beluga operations.
The biggest challenge for our team is to absorb this increase in production rate for all programs. We have an increase in production of Beluga flight hours between 10 to 15% yearly for the years to come. So it's a very significant positive growth that we need to fulfill.
A lot has been accomplished in 2 decades, and there is much more to come. But what a plane! When you do catch a glimpse of it, whether it's doing its job day in, day out, or performing as part of an air display team, you ask yourself, how does this odd-looking bird with the name of a famous whale manage, 20 years on, to fly with such grace?